I like the setup.
It's pretty good.
It feels like a first date planned by Love on the Spectrum. Even the clap. You want to do 3 claps to start? I'll do 3 claps to start. I'm happy to be here. All right, on 3. What's your favorite toy?
Cameras.
3 feet apart.
I like cameras.
Yeah, on the second date, we get a little closer. Dude, do you ever think about, like, if it doesn't work out? I wish there was a drug that just made you... like really autistic. Like I know that.
Oh, you mean the fucking vaccine, brother?
Yeah. But like, it seems like that's like actually. It seems like that's like
easy living.
Yeah, it's easy living. Because you're just really into what you're into, and you're like, if you don't like that, that's stupid.
Yeah, it's pretty baller actually.
Yeah, it's actually.
We don't talk about this enough. It's a baller ass way to live.
It's literally like you don't care. You just tell it like it is 24/7. Autistic people are always letting them know. Like, and no consequences.
And the phone is in the clear Ziploc bag.
That your mom gave you.
Yeah.
Your name on it. And it's also, I mean, a lot of times you're like really good at something.
Yeah, I mean, that'd be nice.
Yeah.
I'd love that.
That'd be sweet.
Oh, a special skill?
I'm supposedly normal. I'm not good at anything.
A special skill and the confidence to say what I want? Brother,
well, that
give me the jab.
Years of therapy. It's like kind of I did stand up for like 10 years, and the other night I just had a set where I'm like, wow, I really felt like myself on there. And I'm like, that's what took 10 years to do. To just feel like me.
No, I know. Sometimes I look at sets I did from like 6 months ago, and I'm like, this is so cringe. And I'm like, that's 10 years in.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
That's crazy.
Yeah. It's crazy how long it takes to do one thing.
One thing, and like, not even like I'm like, fucking, they're falling over, just to be like competent at it, man.
But it is kind of do the Louis thing of like, man, you do it for 10 or 20 years and then you start. It's like that's so crazy.
Literally true. Then you're like worth watching at 10 years.
Yeah, we're almost like forcing ourselves into an autistic mindset. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like this is the way.
Yeah, fuck grindset. Autistic mindset.
There we go.
Where's that t-shirt? Put that tattoo on my forehead.
Autistic mindset.
Yeah, dude, I'm all about that.
Like I'm going to do the same thing the exact same way every single time, every day until it's perfect.
Why would you not do that?
But we are not autistic, so it's like grueling.
So it's like hell on earth.
I agree with this on paper, but I am not built for it.
Yeah, no,
but
I have to like I have to force myself into it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I have to like somehow like, you know how like sometimes you catch like a firefly in a jar and have the light. I have to do that with like my own like energy and human connection. Like I have to break out the firefly at the 7:30, 9:30 and 11 o'clock show.
I mean, the more we talk, the more I'm like, we're starting to sound a little on the spectrum.
Oh,
human connection is something I have to really work myself up for, and
totally.
Lightning never strikes twice kind of situation.
Yeah, 100%.
I haven't watched all of Love on the Spectrum.
Do you think you're a little on the spectrum?
No, I asked my therapist one time, and she was like, "You're the opposite. Autistic people don't see social cues that are there, and you're freaking out about social cues that you made up." So
it's like you're bored with being normal. You're like, oh, I'm not even anxious about all the regulars. It's like
no, it's like an autoimmune disease where my body started attacking itself because it had nothing real to worry about.
Yeah, that is.
Anxiety is just like a white autoimmune disease.
I think that is true.
Or when white people have it, that's what it is.
Yeah,
you're like, oh, you know you should be worried about something.
Yeah,
but you have the unnatural state of being like, don't even worry about it. Yeah, and you're like, what if I have cancer?
Yeah,
like it's like you should face real problems.
Yeah, I think that's the answer.
Yeah.
Because it's like I feel like there is a little bit of whatever tomfoolery that has occurred in my life. It has given me like whenever something bad happens, I'm like, well, I'm not bleeding and I ain't dead, it'll be okay. Like there is a little bit of that like Buddhist mantra of like, by pure virtue of I'm like not covered in glass.
Do you think we could get a PBR sponsorship the same way Shane Gillis has a Bud Light sponsorship?
I would be personally offended if we couldn't.
I think we could do that for PBR.
Like, who are they? They're not doing
Hit us up,
Hit
dude.
PBR up.
So I'm not bleeding and I ain't dead. Let's crack open another one. That's pretty good.
Why isn't that the tagline?
Drunk driving, sometimes you get home.
Yeah, there you go. I don't know if they would officially sponsor drunk driving. That seems to be.
No, you're right. They'd keep just doing it unofficially.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, any beer that you could quite literally buy with a fistful of nickels is a working class beer. But I think I think going through shit will chill you out. My mom's probably the chillest person I've ever met. I mean, she'll be like passionate about things, but like explaining to be like, no, I said this thing at a party. She like couldn't even comprehend. Like her head would explode. Yeah, she's like, what do you mean?
I know whenever I even had like a semblance of a real problem, I'm like, oh, the stuff I was worrying about the rest of the time was like really stupid.
It's kind of a screensaver in your psyche, you know? It's almost like
default
walking around
fear.
so you don't get bed sores. Like I think
someone has to rotate you.
Yeah,
someone
you're
has
like
to drain
your brain has to
account.
just focus on solving an invisible problem if there's nothing going on. You know,
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like an animal in captivity.
Yeah, that's us. That's me. Goddamn it, it's the human condition.
Let it out with a can of PBR.
Yeah. Well, speaking of fucking, I don't even know how I would. That was a bad transition. I was gonna be like,
speaking of conversations we're having on this podcast right now. I was gonna say this other thing.
Yeah. Speaking of words, I got some more, but we both saw the new Superman movie.
I loved it.
I love the shit out of it as well,
dude.
I thought it lived. There was a lot of hype. There was a lot of people who were like, it's a fuck you to MAGA and all this stuff.
And which, first of all, when you hear that, you're like, okay, so it's going to be annoying and heavy-handed and not really say anything.
Yeah.
And also, Thunderbolts, asterisk, whatever, that thing, you know what I'm talking about? With Florence Pugh?
No.
With Thunderbolts. Like, she has, like, short blonde hair.
Yeah.
Like, the new one. Everyone was like, this is the best Marvel movie ever. And then I saw it, and I was like, that still kind of fucking sucked. So Superman, I was kind of like, okay, is it going to be good
it's still
for
a superhero movie?
But it was, like, really good. It made me cry twice.
There's some really emotional, deep, like, questions within. Because most Marvel movies are, like, it's just AI spit out, like, here's, like, he says sort of a funny thing, and then they're in trouble for a second, and then nothing happens.
And they're like, so remind me not to do this with you again.
Yeah, that's...
And it's like, hey, your leg is cut off, man. Who talks like that? Yeah. I'll fucking kill you.
Yeah, it's, like, truly just soulless, the worst thing ever. The bad guy is just, like... the most like cartoonishly like I just want to do bad.
I guess we don't want to be autistic because we're shitting on superhero movies pretty hard.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? It's a pretty bad thing to admire a culture but then shit on its art. You know,
that's true.
I want to be autistic, but then when the time comes, you don't appreciate the movies they make. Kind of some fucked up dynamics right there. We got to look inward for that.
We get canceled by autism.
Make eye contact.
Our entire fan base. Everyone who's even remotely like us. Just shuts the podcast off immediately.
Our notes have apology. It's time to make eye contact with myself. It's time to look myself in the eyes and say, what did you do wrong?
I mean, I'll probably be jumping all over the place, but just right off the bat, one of my favorite things is for sure the villain, Lex Luthor, in this movie. And my favorite thing is it shows like what evil is truly like, which is just like banal admin shit. You know what I mean? Like they have like a corporate office. Like there's like a receptionist bringing him coffee, which is true. Like ICE has a Slack channel. There's for sure like a Donut Friday thing at like the ICE headquarters. There's like an office mom who's like, "Oh honey, you gotta wear a jacket. It's too cold outside." And there's like interns there in suits for a guy that has like a spoilers. Like a shadow camps built up to like house his ex-girlfriend. There's someone like working their way up. And that's like, that's evil. That's what real evil looks like. It's not just like a fucking like monster guy. It's like a whole bunch of people being like, I don't know. They said they're going to give me a bonus. What am I going to do? And
like when he's fighting the fucking whatever kind of robot thing they have, that it's not even like a good guy versus a bad guy. It's like a kind of human good guy. Yeah. Or he's superhuman, but he's human compared to this corporation.
Yeah.
He's human versus this machine that's not even a real guy. It's a bunch of different people pressing, like playing Battleship.
Totally.
You know what I mean? Like just choosing where it goes. Like it's like a conglomerate of like assembly of other people. It's not even a good guy versus a bad guy.
It's just like a soulless entity that anyone could be like, that's just my job.
Yeah.
But it has like a real... So I just thought it was great that like the villain was just a soulless corporation and just a billionaire nerd who like can't get laid. That was like... That is truly a supervillain.
Yeah.
And I think the funny thing is that all of the right-wing people getting pissed at the movie, it's like, you're telling on yourself.
Yeah. Oh, sorry.
Oh, sorry. Jeff Bezos were canceled.
Yeah, sorry. It said we shouldn't be talking bad about America.
Yeah.
Sorry, I had an Amber Alert with my name on it. I disappear.
Yeah.
No, also like okay. With him not getting laid, the super hot girl, like stereotypically hot girl, that's with him, but she wants to be with the kind of little nerdy newspaper guy. Perfect fuck you to the alpha dude, like manosphere thing of like, she doesn't want to be with that guy. She wants to be with a sweet little journalist guy.
Totally. And he doesn't want to be with her because she's annoying.
Yeah.
It's possible. Sometimes it's not just the looks. Sometimes you got to have a little bit of Riz personality going on inside. And also, he wasn't he was just a fragile, miserable man that needed to like just have like a hall of achievements to feel anything. But I just really liked I think all the people who got offended by the movie, you're telling on yourself, where you're like, oh, an evil billionaire that's trying to imprison a bunch of people. What are you, us? It's like it is kind of crazy that like you're so like if like they'll just have like a guy in a movie where they're like, we got to stop the person shooting a bunch of people. And they're like, I can't handle the bias politics anymore. Where it's like, what's going like as you just become more outwardly evil, like anyone who is just harming people, you're like, well, we got to see both sides.
Well, there we go.
Yeah.
Oh, the Wicked Witch of the West. I guess that's Russia, huh?
Yeah.
It's like, dude,
what the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah, it's like so comically.
Yeah.
Good and evil.
Yeah.
That it's like this should be the kind of, I don't know if it qualifies as satire, but the kind of satire that makes you look yourself in the eye and be like, oh, I am the bad guy in this. Yeah. And I should change. Not I'm the bad guy in this. How dare you make this movie? That's not the response.
Literally. I mean, Ben Shapiro, just quintessential. Can we somehow like
enemy of the pod?
Enemy of the
pod. Ben Shapiro.
What if we just start having enemy of the pod every week?
That's
put on
fun.
Instagram? Funny.
That's
I would
fun.
love to somehow con Ben Shapiro into doing our podcast.
I know, like kind of like Adam Friedland show style thing, where like we could send them some blurb of like, come on and do our show that focuses on politics, blah blah. They got fucking Andrew Cuomo or whatever the other Cuomo guy. Let's get fucking.
Wait, they got Cuomo's brother on their podcast?
Like forever ago, yeah.
That's like actually kind of.
He was on the Adam Friedland show. So was Sarah Jessica Parker.
Whoa,
I want to see the email they sent.
We could pull off some sort of trap.
Dude, honestly, I mean, he's so evil.
No, I don't want to Ben Shapiro, but some
Tucker Carlson is going on a comedy tour right now. We could I don't think he's like doing stand up, but I'm just saying he's doing the rounds on podcasts and shit.
Yeah.
We could probably be like, yeah, we're like work with a lot of people that work with Joe Rogan, blah blah blah. Free thought. Yeah. Free thought.
If Tucker Carlson is here, I would strangle him with a microphone. So I don't know if I.
I know, maybe too. Any of the people that we actually could that are like losers enough to actually be like do anything blindly, it's like, well, you're like actually an evil person.
Yeah, because it's just. I mean, I can go on a whole. I mean, it's like. He scares me more than Trump because I think he's like kind of smart. And he knows how to be like, here's like a point everybody agrees with.
Because he's pivoting now.
Yeah, my point is like, oh my god, houses are too expensive. We need to really like work on working people. But he also uses terms like legacy Americans and like brings up how great Japan is a lot.
What is legacy Americans?
Like code for white people.
Jesus.
And then it's like,
Jesus.
And it's also like. They're like white supremacists are obsessed with Japan because they're like
it's like ethnically homogenous.
Yeah,
and,
like no, they have like super low immigration and basically that's basically what he would. That's like that's your ideal. You know
Jesus.
what I mean? So anyway, wouldn't have him on the pod.
Real enemy of the pod. Yeah.
But it was funny that Ben Shapiro was reviewing the pod was if Superman couldn't be controlled by the U.S. government, then he should have been stopped, which was quite literally Lex Luthor's
hilarious.
Take. It was quite literally the supervillain of the movie's take.
Hilarious.
Was like, well, it's like Superman should be controlled by the CIA. Is
good guys that don't operate under the control of the U.S. government
also,
should be killed.
It is a movie, Ben. Like it is like a make believe. Like he's not like he flies around and shoots lasers out of his. Krypton is not a real planet. You know, like he's not like even in your like in a hypothetical, you couldn't imagine a world where you're not where like the U.S. military isn't in control.
I genuinely think that's a lot of like dumb conservative thought is not understanding like hypotheticals or extending empathy beyond the thing that you're seeing directly in front of your eyes.
I think there's a lot of it.
So like the idea, like Jordan Peterson, you're like, this is a movie. And I understand metaphor and allegory, but that has to be intentional.
He does.
Cinderella is not about postmodernism.
I think he cries a lot because he doesn't understand anything.
He's crying at fairy tales. He's crying at fairy tales.
He's always crying.
He's always fucking crying. Probably because of all the hormones and the fucking red meat he's eating. He's going to be the first man to get a period. He's going to accidentally become trans because there's so much hormones and eating only factory farm red meat. They're pumped full of like antibiotics and hormones. He's actually going to be vaccinated and trans. If you want to not be vaccinated and trans, if you want to avoid big pharma and hormones, be a vegetarian.
I do just love that the Overton window is shifted so far that like some people are like apples are gay. Like it's like it just seems like so insane to be like insane. I think it was universally agreed like a salad's good for you, and you're like, no, I need to eat meat with my bare hands. Which is also, did you hear about like, first off, do you know who the Liver King is?
No.
I watched a whole documentary
about Liver King?
He's like in this whole manosphere thing, and his whole thing is like eat primal or whatever, and he's like, I cured my kids' asthma because they went to like an ancient diet, which is like
Jesus Christ.
Basically eating raw meat with your hands, and you run around barefoot all day, and you're supposed to kill stuff. Like, you basically cosplay as a caveman. And then it came out that he's just on, like, an insane amount of steroids. Like, because he's like, oh,
which also I think will help asthma, if not cure it.
Totally.
They give you steroids when you have it. Like, that's
well,
what
I don't think his kids are probably on steroids, too. But he was, like, basically saying, oh, I'm ripped because I eat. He eats, like, a lot of, like, straight-up beef liver raw. It's disgusting. But he got into, like, some feud with Joe Rogan where I guess, like,
They didn't agree on stuff?
Yeah, they were arguing about something, and then he just showed up to Austin and was like, I'm going to fight Joe Rogan.
Hilarious.
And then Joe Rogan had him arrested. Yeah.
How? On what? Like, he's threatening me?
He was, like, threatening him on the internet. He was also running around on all fours in downtown Austin, warming up to attack Joe Rogan.
Right in.
Yeah, no, you couldn't even tell. That was the hardest part about the police.
They were like, arrest who?
Yeah, arrest the entire
all of 5th Street or whatever the fuck that godforsaken alley is.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
So it's like there's Kendrick versus Drake beef, and then White like like Manosphere beef is like the Liver King running around on all fours trying to fight Joe Rogan. They're like, oh, they're cosplaying as animals to feel something. That's what's going on over there.
That's so
in the
funny.
portion where people's brains exploded.
Has Joe Rogan had a Superman take yet?
I haven't heard.
Is he that far right?
No.
I don't know. I will say also thing I really liked about the movie. One, they cast like a extremely handsome but still a little bit dorky Superman. Yeah. And then the whole thing of like what's actually punk rock is like being kind and like saving squirrels.
That was the biggest bar in the movie.
Incredible.
When they're talking about like you always give everyone a chance. He's like, maybe that's punk rock. And you know what? I think it is.
I think so too.
I think it's very punk rock actually, and especially with all like very, it could be dark times and nihilism, and I think it's pretty punk rock to be like, you know what, actually, I'm going to fucking try.
And it literally is.
Be nice to people.
In a system that's like, you should be mean to your neighbor and scramble to the top and like care about profit before all.
It
literally is more subversive to be like kind and caring. That actually goes against the system you are living under in a way that being mean and cold and selfish, that's like the most status quo thing you could do.
That's like actually factory set person.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're both, just to reiterate, awesome as fuck because we're nice and cool.
100% agree.
Yeah.
Yeah.
People don't even know. And we've been on this shit. Even before Superman.
Yeah, I was on this shit when it was called being a pussy.
No, and I also like that he kind of like struggles a little bit about like what's right and wrong, and like he kind of feels like his whole like it starts with him intervening in a war that some people have said is a clear allegory to other wars going on right now.
Yeah.
Which, again, telling on yourself if you're getting offended at being like, that's us.
Cartoon like, bad guy and, like, bunch of children holding up a Superman sign.
Yeah. And then, basically, they're like, should you have done that or gone through proper channels? And he's like, it's wrong. And I think that was, like a lot of people right now where it's like, some people's like, I don't know, we need to talk to both sides. And it's like, well, someone's doing something clearly evil.
Someone's dying right now.
Yeah. And the thing about, like, his parents, how they actually did say for him to, like, take over the world, which was crazy.
And the whole thing, oh, my God, me cry, too, is at the end when they're, like, show him footage of his parents, but this time it was his adoptive parents.
Yeah.
And that, like, you get to choose who you are.
Totally.
You're not, like... who you are is not prescribed by like your heritage or whatever. It's like prescribed by like how you act.
Totally.
And the values you hold.
100%. So
amazing movie.
They could all turn.
It made me straight again. I was watching him hold up like a giant fucking monster and then go save a squirrel and kiss a girl, and I was like, I'll have your baby. Like I was like, dude, good. If you're on the fence about
about stuff,
still fucking guys, watch that movie.
Yeah, but that's a pretty high bar.
Yeah,
but he definitely killed. I do like. I will never get over like the worst disguise of all time. Where it's like
so
you put glasses on,
him.
and Lex Luthor's like, "Tell us who your parents are." And I'm like, "You have all this technology, you have a shadow universe, and you couldn't figure out that he just has glasses on."
Yeah.
It's
like all the facial recognition technology in the world.
Couldn't figure that. Also, just a newspaper making money. It's like, what are you talking about? They're like the Metropolis, and I'm like, they're getting into like a hovercraft. They would literally be like 10 things you need to know about Lex Luthor available for $9.99. And you're like, I'm not paying for that. There's no way in hell I'm paying for that. If that was realistic, it would be like 10 people in an office nervously sweating, being like, we're only here because boomers like don't know how to unsubscribe.
It's Lex Luthor, get ready with me for the Met Gala.
Yeah.
He's covered in 1,000 rhinestones.
Yeah. I also like that at the end when all the bad press and all everything came out about him, he cries.
Interesting.
He's just a sad little bitch loser.
Yeah.
And that's definitely like, and he just hates that somewhere something's better than him. Which I do think a lot of like super egotistical billionaire people for sure are like, they must just wake up upset about that.
And like the so on the nose in a good way, like rift through the city and then they detach from the building and fly away, and it's like, yeah, you're literally destroying the planet, and who gives a fuck? You're just gonna leave it behind.
Totally.
Like with climate change, with anything, like you have no vested interest in any communal good.
No, billionaires are bad. What the Kryptonite thing? What do you think's your Kryptonite?
Whoa, bisexual guys. 100%.
Yeah, I was gonna say for me probably BPD, women with tattoos. I mean, happily in a relationship, so we're safe. We got the immunization.
I'm unhappily not in one. And it is my
Single
kryptonite.
And miserable. Absolutely.
Lock me in a pocket universe. You know what I mean? Yeah, no, for sure that's my kryptonite. I'll make bad decisions for men who are like still toxically masculine but a little feminine at the same time.
How do you sniff out like what's the beginner's guide to, let's say there's an investigative team that's trying to find bisexual men?
Great questions, by the way.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, full of them. How do we? What's your guide? How do you suss them out?
I
really feel like we're in a 60 minutes interview with the setup here.
Yeah, it feels very official.
Yeah. Yeah.
My first thought is like tight jeans, big sweaters, floppy hair.
Okay.
You know what I mean? It's not all bisexual men, but it's one type of bisexual man.
Right.
A little giggly.
Wow.
You know what I mean?
So laughing's gay.
A little. I don't know. Okay, let me HR my way out of this.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say that bisexual guys are probably just more in touch with parts of themselves that straight dudes also have, but that toxic masculinity forces them to push down. But if you worked your way to queerness, you probably worked your way through some of those expectations too. And I just like them a little fruity. I don't know what to tell you.
No, that's no, that's totally true.
Beginner's guide to I won't say it.
So find a guy with a big sweater who likes to laugh, and you're in business.
Yeah. Well, sometimes I describe the type of guys I like, and it just gets closer and closer to a woman. Sometimes I'm like, I am describing a woman. I'm like, he smells good. He has long hair.
Right.
Bitch.
Yeah, a woman, but like, you respect him. Just fully joking.
Yeah, a woman, but they could kill me. What could go wrong?
Well, brother, that's my type too.
Float like a butterfly, sting like a bee, act like a bitch, punch like a man. That seems to be my
Oh, man. Also my former type in a lot of ways.
Horseshoe theory
that's
there.
Really, really, really where it comes in.
If you had to sniff out your kryptonite, what are we going to call them? BPD tattoo women?
Yeah.
In an alternate universe where you're single.
Yeah. Big caveat. Don't need them anymore. If you had to find... I mean... It's just any woman that doesn't seem like they're at a dive bar, ironically. It seems like this is like a great hangout for them, and they also like look like they're way too. They're like way too. You're like, how are you this in shape for how out of control you are?
Yeah, you're like your early years relationships, if I may be so bold.
Yeah.
Obviously not now, but your early years relationships is like, I feel like every time you broke up, you were like, oh, I was vacationing at your rock bottom. Like, you live at my rock bottom.
Right.
Like, where they live, you were like, oh, I stopped in and realized it was a rock bottom and left, and they just cruise controlled at that for the rest of their life.
100%. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Where you're like, oh, that was me getting drunk and fucked up in my 20s and whatever, and then I'm gonna dip, and it's like they stay there.
Yeah, no, that's the entire lane. You think, oh, it's Friday. That's what we all do on Friday.
Yeah.
You know,
I guess I'm only even really talking about one person, but like,
yeah, we are really
maybe
tough,
two
but
people.
it's like,
yeah.
But it's like, I'd also think, you know, you're always like sometimes. Especially in healthy relationships, you're attracted to like parts of yourself.
Totally.
So there's definitely the like, okay, I'm a bit of an unhealed, toxic guy, but I'm just a little bit more like functional, nice about it. But the female equivalent, I think, is like if you have to put in the societal pressure of being a woman, you've lost your fucking mind. So
sometimes I think when I'm like, oh, I don't feel like a woman, I'm like, I think I just can't handle it. The same way I don't feel like doing homework. That's what I mean when I say I don't feel like a woman.
Yeah, you just want to like who would feel like doing something hard?
Yeah,
that sucks. I never feel like doing something hard. Yeah, you have to just
feel like going on a 6 a.m. hike.
Yeah, no, that sucks.
I'd rather cut my tits off than do that.
Yeah, you have to work overtime in life.
Yeah,
just everything
Unpaid.
is slightly harder.
Brutal.
Yeah. I mean, you pull it off, but then
Thanks.
you also get the, you really open with your emotions, deeper friendships and stuff like that.
There's nice stuff with that.
Sweet.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
You get to like smell good and do your hair.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's all right.
Yeah.
Who needs nighttime?
Yeah, nighttime's insane.
Nighttime's for indoors. If you can just stay nighttime indoors.
Yeah, then you're
you can
good.
do little posts and stuff.
Yeah.
Not bad.
It's not great.
It's not great.
Yeah.
But it could be worse. Probably.
Yeah.
It could be worse.
Yeah.
But there is like a okay, let me tread lightly here. It is like we're in this like transition period where it's like way the fuck back in the day. You'd be like, well, I'm a woman and I can't do anything, but at least a man takes care of everything for me. But now you're like, I'm not safe doing anything, and I also got to do all my own shit. Like,
I
you
see
know
what you're saying. Yeah,
like
because there was a trade-off with the patriarchy.
Yeah, which
like,
is like I'm obviously it's not actually
bad.
a good deal.
It's not good.
Also, this is probably like a dog whistle for actual conservative points where they're like, oh, it was nice to be a housewife. Like, it fucking sucked.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, you would think when we started getting jobs and stuff, we'd also be able to, like, walk home at night.
Yeah.
But you're like, I got to walk home alone from my job.
You got to work overtime
and
worry about being assaulted.
Yeah.
Yeah. But women were also assaulted before.
That's a great point.
Yeah.
Yeah, at least, you know what? You put a great hole in my argument. When you were a stay-at-home wife, you were getting assaulted by your husband over and over again. Now, when you go out, it's like dating. You never know who's going to push you up against a subway platform and fuck. It's a different guy every time. That's exciting.
Now the free market decides. No.
The invisible hand of the free market is under my skirt.
Hand on your ass, as opposed to just your husband, whatever.
Yeah, that's boring.
Who doesn't see you as a person.
You're right. Being a housewife. Yeah, I forgot that there wasn't a lot of love either.
No.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
No, it's pretty bad. You're like property. Yeah, it's not good.
You can't have like a credit card or anything. You can't
that
even
shit is so crazy how recent
just like
that
basically
was.
just like, hey, what if this guy's a toxic piece of shit? It's like, well, you're not a person. I do get a little, okay, to push back, I kind of get into, okay, I think as a man who is poor.
Who is what?
Who is poor.
Poor?
Poor.
Mm-hmm.
We don't have a lot of, like, I think, like, when they're like, I just want to date a guy that has X amount of money, and it's like, but you have your own money.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like, you're not 1947. Like, what are you talking about? Like, you need a guy to buy you a house? Like, how about at equilibrium? At the very least, like,
yeah, you should split the check.
We'll split stuff. We'll do whatever. Like, yeah, what I'm trying to, when you're getting your foot in the door, right? It's like auditioning. You do your best 5. You know what I mean? I'm paying for dates. Like, and listen, I'll spend the money when I got it. But it's like,
can I buy dinner? Babe, I'm running new.
Yeah. But I'm like, I just don't, to discount someone solely because they're broke.
Completely agree.
I think I think who someone is should matter way more than their bank account, and I
Completely
do say
agree.
this every time I go out with my girlfriend. I do say this every single time, as I'm like, I mean, I'm kind, I'm generous. No, I don't have it. I don't have the card. Thought we made this clear. Got DoorDash last week. You should have known that was it. You should.
I do agree. It's like the money thing makes sense when you're like, well, I'm property, and you're basically buying me, so at least tell me I'm worth something.
Yeah, but it's like,
but
if
now
you
you're
have
like,
your
we're
own
both people.
stuff, it's like, cause okay, let's be fully all about it real. The amount of like super rich guy that isn't like cool creative that pulled it off sucks. Like corporate guy on
Raya
Raya
get in there with money.
sucks.
Yeah,
there's no way he's
exceptionally boring.
There's no way that he's not just a boring husk of a man, right? So if you have your own money, why don't you invest in a good hang?
Wow,
you know what I mean?
Why don't they buy you a little bit? You know what I mean?
I
why
don't
they
even
take
know
you
if it
out
has to
somewhere
be
nice?
like whatever. I just think that doesn't have to be the biggest factor.
Yeah,
because you also have it. Like it's like, isn't that kind of done?
I agree.
Yeah, that's how I feel.
Well, there is the argument that women have to buy like makeup and all this stuff, like all the cost of.
I'm not saying the guy has to be like homeless. You know what I mean? I just sometimes I get annoyed when they're like, oh, and he had this nice apartment. I'm like, oh, so like in a country where like, you know, fucking 70% of the people can't afford $1,000 bill, I got to become a multi-millionaire.
Yeah.
Like affording, you know, I absolutely in a relationship, it doesn't apply to me, but like, you see stuff online about like if he does this and that, and you're like, it's just that could make guys feel really miserable if they're like working all the time and they're like, what am I supposed to do?
Totally. And not to both sides it, because there's a different kind of implied threat of violence versus just like feelings hurt. But that is kind of like the female equivalent of the manosphere. Like, would you date a girl who was, you know, had a body count of X? Like, would you date a guy who only made X?
I think it's like, yeah,
it's a similar
for sure,
level of like brain dead influencer, like man on the street interview person.
Yeah, maybe I just hate those people.
That is an enemy of the pod.
Enemy of the pod. Man on the street interviews where they're like,
Boo.
and it's like the craziest shit. They'll be like, if someone makes $100,000 a year, they're like, oh my God, how are we going to buy food? It's like, who the fuck are you?
Yeah.
Who are you? Like, what are you?
Or they're like, if a girl has had sex with someone before, should you kill her?
And they're like, well, duh. Yeah,
it's always like the weirdest, most old school misogynist. Like,
yeah, that's so weird. You should be blessed in this life to just be with a broke slut of either gender.
Amen.
Of either gender,
and that's a good time.
All the genders. You should a broke person who's been around.
Yeah,
because they've had a fun fucking time.
Broke slut is the way to go.
Yeah, that really is. That's your sweetheart right there.
Yeah,
because it's like money comes and
you
goes.
You want a rich person that's
goes.
never fucked? I can't imagine someone that will be less fun.
Plus, also, this is a take I've had for a while. The hotter you are, and if you've been hot your whole life, this is an important caveat. Worse sex.
Yeah, 100%.
Because the conversations I've had with like, oh my God.
You ever notice how like
sports?
A lot of ugly people are always the ones at kink conventions?
Yeah. No, they're all like the polyamorous couples.
Because they're like, well, I'm not into my partner's body, but I'm into this thing they do.
I like dressing up as a horse head and punching them.
Yeah,
Well, because also a lot of them are nerds. So you're like, you know what turns me on? Ideas and concepts.
The dynamics of the situation are quite fascinating. Versus guys who are like, I like pussy.
Yeah, totally. Yeah.
You had to play Dungeons and Dragons to come, essentially.
That's why I am into submissive. I'm a thinker. I really like the whole, it's almost like me beating my brain into submission. That's what it's all about. No, that's totally true. Because, dude, conversations I've been a part of with, like, people who I know for a fact things have always been going well, always been hot. Mm-hmm. You talk to them about sex, they're like, oh, we just, back and forth. And
the amount of hot people I know that are just having, like, missionary sex
is insane.
I'd say go fuck yourselves, but you can't even do that cool.
There should be someone to like evangelicalize them to like ugly weirdo sex.
100%.
Which is like, yeah, it's like you're tying me up like this, spin my mouth like that. We gotta do that. Yeah, and I think it's also just
choose an occupation for one.
It's also just the same way that like someone like loves a Marvel movie, versus like LA noir, silent film gets you.
When folks like us fuck, there's subtitles. It's going to con, baby. A24.
It just takes weirder shit to impress you. You know, you just need like a high Rotten Tomatoes score of sex in order to be into it.
100%.
Yeah, yeah. You should be weird. You should fuck weird, and ideally have no money at some point.
100%.
Yeah.
Because you spend it all on leather straps or something.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
Because that's fun.
That's fun.
Regrets are fun. Regrets are tough, but also like a good time.
Yeah, otherwise, like, you never tell a story about like, oh man, when I closed this merger.
Yeah.
It's not
then
fun.
I saved up a lot of money and I brought a nice thing for my apartment. Who fucking cares? Boo.
Get off the stage.
Yeah.
Now, when you fucked someone up, you had to get tested. Not when you fucked someone, you got fucked up. Mm-hmm. Don't be fucking anybody up.
Yeah. Don't hurt people.
Yeah.
Yeah. But if you want to hurt your bank account, who cares? You see the news.
Yeah.
I don't know. Invest in a fund.
Kind of leaning into hedonism a little bit.
Yeah.
It's just feeling less and less important.
I go back and forth.
Because it's punk rock to care.
Yeah. It's
That's
punk
true.
rock to care. It's also sometimes like depends what's hedonism, right? Because like if you're like, oh, I'm gonna get fucked up and eat ice cream every day. Let's say day 3 rolls around.
Yeah.
You want to kill yourself. You feel so bad that you're like, it's like sometimes it's a bit of hedonism to do healthy things.
Yeah.
You feel
just
like,
seeking
my
pleasure.
brain's working. And then that's like almost a new thing.
Yeah, if you're just going to seek pleasure, eventually you're going to land on like running.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's kind of a good, but no, I definitely.
But I'm just like, maybe I won't have kids. Maybe I'll just enjoy doing my makeup and listening to music and having rabbits.
Which is correct.
That's fair.
It is a sweet, fun time.
Yeah.
Saw 2 movies this week.
My version of
like
hedonism is like, maybe I won't like give up my life to work in an orphanage. You know what I mean? I was like, oh, it's still like pretty just like normal makeup and
pretty
music.
Sweet and normal. I love that you're big like, I'm getting fucking down and dirty with it is. I want to nurse 50 rabbits. I want to save nature's most gentle
That's
creature.
That's my saying, fuck it.
Yeah. Well, you are. I mean, we can talk. You're going to New Orleans soon.
Very fun.
And that's a pretty big say fuck it city.
That'll be a safe fucking city for sure.
That's like that might be the most safe fucking city I've ever been in my entire life.
It's like adult Disneyland.
It is. It's what I think. Like when people talk about Vegas, I'm like, no, Vegas is New Orleans. Does that make sense?
As opposed to
actually, like I don't know. People are like call Vegas like the adult Disneyland.
Oh.
And I feel like New Orleans is a lot. New Orleans seems rushed to do anything. It seems like literally everywhere you go, it's like catered to you getting like fucked up and doing crazy just
and
things.
It literally looks like Disneyland.
Yeah.
It's all these old timey saloons and like pictures of alligators on the wall.
It doesn't
It's
feel like a real place that like I can't imagine like going to work in New Orleans.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Not at all.
No, yeah.
They eat alligators. Which does seem like that's something that you like your son's
awesome.
fried all day.
It's in a swamp.
Yeah.
It's the Pirates of the Caribbean ride.
100%. Yeah, fuck off. Go to New Orleans. Watch the Superman movie.
Speaking of are we coming up on time?
Actually we're at 38. We can riff around for a bit more.
Oh damn. Okay.
Yeah. Unless you gotta go.
No, wait, I got like 5 minutes.
Okay.
I was gonna say superhero movies, if you had to pick like a fictional character that you think you are, of like the general kind of like,
of all Marvels.
Marvel, Disney adult, that kind of general, what we usually shit on, but if we had to indulge. Disney or superhero character, big franchise thing like that.
God damn. Because it's a cross between who I think embodies me most and what power I want.
Whoa. Oh, I have an answer.
Yeah.
Non-evil Gru.
Wait.
Gru from Despicable Me.
Oh, you think I'm... I can't tell if that's just like a pointed... You have a big nose and you're kind of weird.
No. It's that you're like, minus the evil shit. He wants to steal a moon and shit. Forget all that.
Yeah.
But you're like, I am walking around and I am very grumpy. And then you're like, I have my little minions and I love my little minions.
That's true.
You non-evil Gru with capybaras. You know what I mean?
100%.
Like
Which we did find out.
You're in this black trench coat and you're like, I got plans and I fucked the world. And then you're like, but I got my little guys.
That is
I'm actually really sweetie pie.
Yeah, that actually is.
I actually adopted 3 kids and I have 100 pets.
That's 100%. I really go back and forth. I've gotten a lot softer as I've gotten older, which is a crazy thing to say as I'm 28. It's a crazy thing to say as a young man. But like
it's crazy that you're like, I'm softer now than I was when I was 8.
Yeah, yeah. Like, what are you talking about? But like, I dude. I sent it to you on Instagram. But Capybara Cafe opened in St. Petersburg,
Shut
Florida.
up.
It's gonna be the first
really?
one in the country.
Shut the fuck up.
We gotta go to. It's the only reason to go to Florida.
We gotta go. Come see us in St. Petersburg, Florida.
We should all do like a shitty pop-up show somewhere and just like go hang out with them. I'm 100% down. I'll rip a Spirit flight right now to get on that.
I'm so down.
Get a couple referrals going.
Yeah.
And we'll do it. Yeah. I like that. I'm trying to think of person for you. Who did Scarlett Johansson superhero from Marvel?
Oh, Black Widow?
Yeah.
Whoa, thanks.
Yeah. You wear a lot of black and you do stuff.
Thanks. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Hey, Scarlett Johansson.
You got a cool punk rock vibe about you.
Oh, thank you very much.
Yeah.
I'll take anything even approaching proximity to Scarlett Johansson.
I thought you were going to say Spider-Man because I'm just like a horny guy doing his best. I have heard that the whole thing is like an allegory for puberty or whatever.
Ew.
Which is, yeah.
Ew, I hate that.
It's pretty bad.
Ew. That sucks.
I heard that, but once you think about it, you can't kind of.
No, that's really upsetting. That's really a problem.
Okay, yeah. Well, sorry I brought that up. I don't know. It seems like it seems like we're having a good time, bro. But yeah,
wait. Speaking of tying this all together,
yeah.
Disney Princesses, Love on the Spectrum. Have you watched the song that Abby sings to her boyfriend, the girl who's obsessed with The Little Mermaid?
No.
And she wrote a song for her boyfriend, and it was nominated for an Emmy.
No.
Oh my God, it's so cute.
I got it.
It's called like The Milk to My Chardonnay.
Oh.
It's like the cutest thing ever. And I think it was nominated for Best Song at the Emmys, or submitted for that by Netflix.
That's fucking
And now she like goes on tour and performs it. It's the coolest thing ever.
Wait, that's so sweet, wholesome, and awesome.
It's really sick.
Damn, I guess some good things happened.
Yeah.
Fuck
There's
yeah.
hope.
There is hope. Superman did the right thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just thought it was a solid movie overall. I think that's pretty much.
It's a fucking good ass movie.
And it was also great that it was a superhero movie that actually had some like.
He's actually a superhero.
Yeah.
He actually stands up to real big bad guys, and also real big bad guys. Yeah. And also, like, I think the like superhero movies, whether it's DC or Marvel, they're always doing these like big, far-reaching, like the whole globe is in peril, blah blah blah. And it's like crazy to write stories like that and not talk about tech oligarchs and the military-industrial complex.
Yeah, there's quite literally real wars.
Those are quite literally the only things that in real life are like, oh my God, the world might come to an end, and it's far-reaching, and like those are the actual bad guys. So it's crazy to write about the end of the world or saving the world and not write about those guys. No, and they did it.
Yeah. No, I mean, if our current reality was a movie, they'd be like, that's too much.
It'd be a lot.
It would be like, he can't be that evil.
Yeah.
He'd be joking about feeding people to alligators, right?
Yeah, if you tried to write Trump.
Yeah, they'd be like, that simply can't be it. Although I do, like, I am kind of, like, happy to see his base absolutely explode over the Epstein thing.
It's so funny because it's also, like, it had to be the most cartoonish conspiracy theory, like...
Yeah, which
you know
is,
what
like,
I mean?
all that
like,
shit for sure, like, is real and happens, but it's like, what about the real horrible shit that's happening right in front of your face every day? Doesn't that like seem like you just passed something that probably kicked like all of your family off healthcare?
Yeah,
and you're kind of like, well, what about this like thing I've been listening to podcasts about for 30 years? Like I heard someone like that called into Glenn Beck or whatever. It was like crying, like I just pray for the children, and I'm like, they're literally put children in cages. You're like, I hate Jeffrey Epstein, what he did to those kids, and it's like, well, just tell them that it's brown kids, and then you won't care. You know what
Jesus.
I mean? If he released a list and it's like, oh, it was just all brown people, they'd be like, sweet, you know?
Seriously.
But it's like, it's so weird to be like, because we care about the like pedophile hunter thing, and it's also like, yeah, you think that guy wasn't a pedophile?
Yeah, what the fuck are we talking about?
The dumbest person alive?
Yeah.
He was like literally been on TV before and been like, if she wasn't my daughter, I'd be dating her. Like, what are you talking about?
What are we even talking about?
It might be like literally the only thing that he likes and believes in is fucking children. It's probably like the Michael Jackson thing where he's like stunted also. So he because he's like,
yeah, who else wants to go to McDonald's all the time?
Everything's big and wonderful and beautiful. It's like, yeah, that's how like an 8-year-old talks. And if you say something bad about me, you're my enemy. You're my enemy. They're just evil and mean. But they don't know I'm really awesome and cool.
I'm the most important guy in the whole world. And I get McDonald's whenever I want, and I have a big button that brings me soda, which he does. Yeah. I have a big button that brings me soda. And I am golden. I'm made out of gold. Everything in my house is made out of gold. You want to fuck me? 7-year-old being like, you're 80 years old. It's in the Epstein file.
It's like he is just 7. Like he is just emotionally 7 years old. That's why they can't release it.
Dude, if we found out that Trump had been on like a Forrest Gump journey this whole time.
Yeah, I mean, he kind of quite literally has. That honestly is what, like, Forrest Gump was too positive of a film. Because, like, that guy would do something like, I don't know, I just hate Mexicans. And then they would make him president. And then they would make him president of the United States.
Holy fuck. People who don't look like me are scary. Yeah. And it's like, don't listen to that guy. He's retarded.
Yeah. I mean, it is like they're like I do like here's something I get really pissed off of. People are like, well, he's a smart guy, he's the president, and I'm like, I would argue of one of the dumbest countries in the world. That doesn't, and it's also like it's not a political strategist to
no one smells better than the king of shit mountain. Okay.
It's not a political strategist to have like base instinct to be like, people that look different are bad and evil, and you're like, that really speaks and resonates with America. You know,
it's like, literally the policy was like, whoa, whoa, whoa. Like it's like literally like fire warm level like thinking.
No, it's exactly. I mean, Republican congressmen are like this close to like literally ripping their shirt off and beating their chest and then just foaming at the mouth, screaming a slur. Like that's.
You mean a filibuster?
Yeah. Like they're like Liver King. They're eating organs. Like that's what it's about. Like I'm sorry, you're stupid.
It's like brain damage shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, if you think that like your small town is like the greatest place in the world and everything needs to look like that, you are dumb. You're a dumb person. Like you should like go see the rest of the world.
Everything should be like Columbus, Ohio.
Yeah, you're like, no, it should not. Thank God. Thank God. Like, what the fuck are you talking about?
It's literally like.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
Well, dude, up next for us has to be the Capybara Cafe.
I think that's gonna be one of the great. I don't even know. Like, it's one of those where I almost worry about my life after that because it's like once you've already reached the peak, is anything even worth it anymore?
Yeah.
It's like go out on
BC
top.
and AC before Capybara, after Capybara.
Yeah. Like that's probably like I think that would be like my room in Soylent Green, where like you pass away or whatever. It's just a bunch of capybaras. That's how I want people to come into this world. So I want to leave this world. I feel like they're spirit guides.
Really beautiful.
Yeah.
Do you think one of them would enjoy living in our house? No, they need like a pool and like a million pounds of
They need like actually
right?
a crazy amount of care. Otherwise, capybaras in Brooklyn. I'm surprised they haven't caught on. Why don't we just... You know, I'm kind of a fan of Mystical Chaos. It would be kind of cool if someone somehow released a small capybaras like into like a park in
That'd be
New York.
incredible. Prospect Park.
Yeah.
Done.
Yeah, Prospect or Central or something. Yeah.
Mystical Chaos is a perfect way. Yeah,
yeah.
100% agree.
Like, why aren't there flying squirrels in there? You know
Let's
what I mean?
talk about it.
Someone get that going.
Someone get that
going. I don't know. Crazy people always want to do lame stuff like shoot stuff up. It's like, why not just be kind of weird with it? Release like 80 toads in a Walmart. But, why not release just like a strange animal to the ecosystem of like Indiana and just make shit different, dude?
Yeah, why not? If you don't like the status quo,
yeah, just shake it up.
Just fuck around. And if you don't have any good ideas, instead of pivoting to fascism, just try spinning a wheel.
Yeah, that could be the only good thing about like I think ChatGPT's evil and all that. But if it could somehow detect if someone was like about to like do a school shooting or something, but it just suggests like a really whimsical idea. You know what I mean? Like why don't you just like throw a pie at a guy you don't like?
Make them all pay 5 cents to get on the Ferris wheel that you're gonna rent.
Yeah, something like I don't know, something like that. Why don't you just start
drawing all on your classmates in the yearbook, but you're just putting propeller hats on them?
Yeah,
that's fun.
Back to being, Goes back to the it would be great to be autistic thing. Where it's like if you just were a little kinder, you'd be instead of the hateful like school shooting guys.
Oh, to channel that into like a special interest instead.
Yeah. Just get literally into making something. I don't know.
Yeah, that's fun.
Not a Bob. This is why I should be in charge of public policy. I don't know, just like get really into making something that's not a Bob. Listen, why are you talking to me?
You ever think about going on a walk?
You ever thought about just not doing that?
They're like, what if it worked?
Yeah.
Like, oh no, it's a good idea.
Yeah, it's better than literally RFK.
Dude.
Opening wellness camps. Which we will both
Have they actually started?
No, I don't know. I mean...
The guy is...
He's out of his mind.
He's out of his fucking mind.
He's out of his goddamn mind.
And I can't believe there's then probably been dinners where he's married to Larry David's co-star.
Yeah,
Cheryl
I mean,
Hines.
how the fuck is that even... that would be kind of the best Curb Your Enthusiasm episode of all time.
They really should have him
It's
on.
like, they should just bring another episode where he just meets... It's like, the guy can't talk.
He goes, I don't know what he's saying. Oh my god. All right, well, should we sign off here?
I think we should sign off, folks. Thanks for listening to the podcast. Catch me at KenyonComedy on Instagram. Follow our TikTok, Phones in the Bag. No dates on the road at the Sec, but you should check out our weekly show at Bar Bayou, Post Moves Comedy, every Sunday at 8:30. You can catch me there. I met someone off stage who said that they didn't know if I did stand-up, who listened to the podcast.
Jesus.
I've never plugged in his way. I do stand-up. It's mainly
That's
in New
like the whole thing here.
That is kind of the whole thing. I do stand-up. It's mainly in New York. Follow me on Instagram. I post the shows I'm doing all the time. Check it out.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
And Sam, I don't really have any shows on the road right now, but you can sign up for my Punch Up Live and put in your city, and I'll email you when I am coming to your city. I'm on Instagram at MaddieTWiener. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, Phone is in the Bag, if you're not already watching there.
Yeah.
And
YouTube page. Sorry, we've had some life changes. So
yeah, sorry.
We've been behind, but we're back.
Long story, but we are back.
Yeah. Yeah.
And better than ever.
Goddamn
We'll see you next week.
Yeah.